let's be clear when we say what is the fact, right? The fact of yesterday or last week's incident is gone, but I remember it, right? There's a remembrance of something pleasant or unpleasant as happened, which was a fact, is stored in the brain. And what is being done now is also a fact, colored by the past, controlled by the past, shaped by the past. So, can I see this whole movement as a fact?
The seeing it as a fact.
The whole movement, the future, the present,
yes.
the past.
Seeing it of a fact is seeing it without accretion.
Without a cliche, without prejudice, without bias.
Or without anything surrounding it.
That's right. Which means what?
Negating, first of all, negating all the responses which arise.
Negating the remembrances.
The remembrances.
Just keep to that.
Remembrances which arise out of it.
Out of the fact of last week's pleasure or pain.
Yes.
Reward
yes.
or punishment.
Yes.
Now, is that possible?
Yes, that is possible. That is possible.
Possible. Why?
Because the very attention itself
dissipates my remembrance. Now, that means, can the brain be so attentive that the incident which happened last week, the fact it happened, and end the fact, end it, not carry on with memory. My son is dead. And I've suffered. But the memory of that son is so strongly, has such strong strength in my brain that I constantly remember it.
Rises
and disappears, rises, but it's the. So can the brain say, yes, my son is dead, that's the end of it?
Does one say that? Or when there is a rising?
And then ending? Which means the endless arising and ending.
No, but there is an arising.
Which is a remembrance. Let's keep to the word.
Which is a remembrance. Out of that there is the movement of pain.
Pain.
The negation of that pain ends not only the pain, but the arising.
Which means what? Go into a little bit more. What does that mean? My son is dead. I remember all the things that he, etc., etc. And there is a photograph of him on the piano or on the mantelpiece. And there's this constant remembrance, right? Flowing in and flowing out. That's a fact.
But the negating of that pain and the dissolving of this, doesn't it have a direct action on the brain?
That's what I'm coming to. Which means what? My son is dead, that's a fact, right? I can't change the fact. He's gone. Sounds cruel to say it, but he's gone. But I'm carrying him all the time, right? The brain is carrying him as memory, and the reminder is always there. I'm carrying on. I never say he's gone. That's a fact. But I live on memories, which is a dead thing. Memories are not actual.
No.
And I'm asking the ending of the fact. My son is gone. It doesn't mean I've lost love or anything. My son is gone, that's a fact.
But what remains when a fact is perceived?
May I say something without being shocking? Nothing. My son is gone. Or my brother, my wife, whatever it is, gone. Which is not an assertion of cruelty or denying my affection, my love. Not the love of my son, but the identification of love with my son. I don't know if
You're drawing a distinction between love of my son
and love.
And love.
If I love my son in the deepest sense of the word, I love man, humanity. It's not only I love my son, I love the whole human world, the earth, the trees, the whole universe. But that's a different matter. So we were asking you a really good question, which is, what takes place when there is the perception, pure perception of fact, without any bias, without any kind of escape and so on, to see the fact completely? Is that possible? When I'm in sorrow of my son's death, I'm lost. It's a great shock. It's something terrible that has taken place. And at that moment, you can't say anything to the person, right? As he comes out of this confusion and loneliness and despair and sorrow, then perhaps he'll be sensitive enough to perceive this fact.